Hi everyone, Renee here, and today's video we're going to take it a step back and talk about building a skincare routine. Last time I did a video like this was over 2 years ago. It was one of the first videos I did on this channel, so I figured it'd be a really good time to update it. So many of you have also been asking me to share my current skincare routine. I know I missed an entire season, so I will be doing that here as well. I'm going to walk you through the steps so you can understand the steps, but at the end of the day, a routine has to be about your own skin tuition, your own skincare needs. I mean, don't force a 10-step routine on your skin if it just doesn't need it and it's rejecting it and causing like congestion and breakouts. But if your skin needs more, then don't feel guilty about it. Go for it. Just layer until it feels right and you're glowing. Even on a day-to-day basis, my skin has very different needs, but I still work within a certain structure of a routine, but sometimes I use less and sometimes I just need a little more. This cleansing oil from Shuumura was life-changing for me. It was the first time I ever used an oil-based cleanser, and it was over 10 years ago. They're the originals. This product has been around for 50 years now. It's oils, clear oils, and as far as the removal step of cleansing goes, which is always going to be the first step of cleansing, whether it's an oil cleanser or a sherbet balm one, nothing is going to make faster work of removing makeup, stubborn makeup, long-wearing, waterproof makeup, water-resistant sunscreen, or layers of your own congested sebum and grime. The Pore Finist is geared towards normal to oily skin types and acne-prone skin. There are different versions for different skin types, but the reason why I really like this one is because it is thin and non-greasy and oily in texture. You only need to apply a little bit of this, and there's something so refined about the texture of this where it's almost like you're applying silk on your skin. It does not feel heavy or anything at all, but makeup pretty much melts on contact. Use a little bit of water and emulsify the oil, and this ensures that it washes off completely clean. Going into spring and the fact that there is sakura in here, I just really love the lightweightedness of this and how clean and almost clarified my skin feels after this, but not dry. But for me, this is always going to be the OG, the untouchable queen of cleansing oils. While the first cleanser is all about removal of all those layers of oil-based products on your skin, the second cleanser is to clean your skin. I've always used water-based cleansers with a low pH for this step. That's just worked wonders for my skin because my skin has tendencies more towards dryness, dehydratedness, and sensitivity. I'm a little obsessed with cream cleansers right now. My skin just feels really texturally smooth afterwards and even looks a little brighter, and these cleansers wash off completely clean. There is no residue left on your skin. I feel like cleansing has become simultaneously gentler and more effective, which is a great thing because once I learned how to cleanse my skin properly, it just made one of the most transformative impacts on my skin. I believe absolutely you do not always need to double cleanse. If you are familiar with my skincare routines for the last 2 years, then you'll know that in the morning, I basically just do a cold water rinse. That's enough for me. It's something I've been doing since I was 16 years old, and probably one of the best advice I've ever gotten from a dermatologist. If you're not comfortable with a water rinse, then just do one cleanse. I think a gentle second step cleanser is perfect for morning. I feel like for nighttime routine as well, a double cleanse isn't always necessary, especially if you're someone who just does not really wear any foundation or any makeup. But I do believe at any point that you introduce a water-resistant sunscreen onto your face, then no matter what, you need to do a double cleanse. Even the sunscreen powders are just so very difficult to remove. So directly after cleansing is when you would apply your first treatment product. So usually these products are called like first treatment essences or starting essences. And these are distinguished by a very, very high concentration of fermented ingredient, whether it's yeast or rice or tea. There usually are very few other ingredients involved, and they're very sort of thin and watery. They absorb very quickly into your skin. These are first treatments because they prepare your skin for oncoming products, and they also aid in their absorption and in their effectiveness as well. There are a lot of benefits, but another thing that it does is it just very subtly and naturally smooths out the texture of your skin as well. There is a very slight exfoliation that will happen, not a very noticeable one, but you will notice that your skin texture will feel smooth. Not everyone gets the first treatment essence thing. In all honesty, this is a step that I only truly began to appreciate in my 30s. that's when I began to feel like this extra step made a difference. The purpose of these are not really for hydration. That is what our hydrating toners are for. Though this one from Neogen is the most hydrating fermented essence I've tried. So if you're someone who just wants a first treatment essence and a hydrating toner in just one step, then you may really love this. So my current spring skincare routine is a little more simplified. I'm not using a first treatment essence right now. I replaced that step with another treatment, which I will be talking about later. Presently, my toners are very singularly focused. It's all about hydration and not a whole lot else. That's because I tend to go in with many layers. I'm an avid practitioner of the 7 skin method, so I just like them to be very simple formulas. Personally, I average around 3 skins when I do my routine. Sometimes I just want to do 1 skin, and others I feel like I need 7. Some of you enjoy the 7 skin method maybe every other day or every few days, or maybe only at night. It's up to you. The Hada Lava lotions will be an eternal favorite, whether it's the regular Gokujun or if it's the premium. I'm still using the premium right now because I feel like my skin needs it. I'm actually alternating this with the Hanskin right now, which is lighter, smoother to apply, absorbs faster, and less sticky. I love the simplicity of this. The ingredients in here are only geared towards one thing, that is hydration. There's no smell to it. It's just very much like the Hada Labo, except for it's just thinner, lighter, but it's also super hydrating. You just have to take the names and labeling of products with a grain of salt because it's different with the French products, Japanese products, Korean, and American ones. So even though this is called an essence, it's a hydrating toner to me. So I tend to lump the more traditional essences, serums, and ampoules together in one category because there's beginning to be less and less of a noticeable difference between them, in my opinion. They serve a similar purpose of being more targeted skincare. So you choose them based on whatever your needs happen to be or what you want to target. Youth preservation, fine lines, calming, oil control, you get the drift. So let's just call this category treatments. Products most commonly used in this step for me are ones that are focused on barrier repair. Right now, I most recently have been using this cellular repair serum from True Botanicals. My God, this is so nice. This is a little on the heavier side. If you have normal to dry skin, your skin will absolutely love it. I just love using this. You know, I also cannot resist a good propolis or honey ampoule. Right now, I'm trying a new one from this brand called iUnik. It's the Propolis Vitamin Synergy Serum. And it's nice and appropriate for right now because it's very lightweight, but super concentrated, of course. This is a natural Korean brand that's a new discovery for me, and it's just the kind of stuff I love. This serum is 70% propolis extract and it's 12% seed buckthorn extract. It's thin, it's lightweight, it's just really, really nice. Another treatment in my rotation is this one from Tosu Woong, their green tea natural pure essence. So this is another natural line that's very much known for its concentrated essences and ampoules. So this green tea essence, which comes out like a very lightweight hydrating gel, is 70% fermented green tea extract. This also has niacinamide for brightening, peptides, some antioxidant fruit extracts. I mean, it's just a beautiful, beautiful essence. This is where all the water-based, liquid-based, ordinary treatments would go as well, because they're sort of like serums, but they're special targeted treatments. So whether it's niacinamide or alpha-arbutin or matrixyl, it would go here. I've spoken before about how you want to do the more sort of liquid-based products, the hydrating products, before you go on to the oil-based ones and the moisturizing ones. This stage is where usually the crossover happens because some serums are creamy. You also have biphase essences that are really nice, but also sometimes, you guys know that my treatment of choice tends to usually be an oil. My favorite part of the routine is oil. I can't really single out any because it really depends on my mood and how I'm feeling. Sometimes I like to mix them up together. It's always better to apply oil on hydrated skin. It's so much easier to apply. They show my skin so much love. They balance it, they nourish it, they make it stronger, brighter, and they give me the most amazing glow. Many of the oils that we use today are very quick absorbing oils and very concentrated, so you do want to make sure that you apply this before moisturizer, which will tend to seal everything in and also sit on top of your skin just to keep it protected and smooth and soft. My moisturizers are getting lighter and lighter in texture. It's especially the case during the daytime because I have to put another layer of sunscreen over my moisturizer. So I really want it to be just very lightweight. In the daytime, I use Herbivore's Pink Cloud Cream. It's light, hydrating, and pretty much heavenly. The moisturizers I'm enjoying right now all have a very creamy gel texture. At night I alternate with Make Prem's Hydrate Me, which is a heavier gel texture, but it's pretty cool because it's dense and light at the same time, which I love. And of course, Proteini. Two eye products that I'm using right now that I just straight up love. So I've always loved using oils around my eyes. I think it's a really nice treatment, but it's always something that I could exclusively do at nighttime because they do sort of migrate and, you know, sometimes I get that sort of blurry vision. But I was very curious about Kora's eye oil. I really wanted to try it out. So this really surprised me. There's a little bit of magic going on here because as you apply it, it's like a normal oil. It sinks into your skin while you're patting it in and disappears. There's no greasiness, there's no oiliness. The rollerball dispenses a nice even layer, so I actually like just massaging around my orbital bone. But even when I apply this on my upper lid, there's no greasiness, it just dries down. I don't know what is going on in here, but it's kind of awesome. I thought this was something I would only be able to use at nighttime because it sounded like it would be greasy and heavy. I've used this during the day with no problem. Under concealer, under makeup, no problem at all. My daytime eye cream is C Tango from Drunk Elephant. I am in love with this eye cream. This has 5 different forms of vitamin C. They're all derivatives, which means that they're just way gentler for this delicate skin around your eyes. They're not going to be as irritating or as harsh as ascorbic acid. This has 8 different peptides to preserve youthful looking eyes, but it also has the ceramides, cholesterol, fatty acids, which are so key for like true moisturization of your skin. It's got the hydrators, antioxidants, the soothing ingredients like cucumber extract in here. I think what I really enjoy about this the most is also the texture. Drunk Elephant, for the most part, has a way with texture. And the texture of this is just really nice because it is so lightweight. It's moisturizing, but it's lightweight and disappears. It sits under makeup perfectly. But I think the best thing that I noticed about this, and I don't have big expectations from my eye creams for things like this, is that I feel like it has noticeably brightened the area around my eyes pre-concealer. So serums can really happen in 2 places in your routine, but the very serious targeted serum treatments for me tend to go right after cleansing. They tend to be so concentrated that I want to apply them on my skin without having to be diluted or interfere with anything else. And usually the consistency of these products tend to be very lightweight and easily absorbable. So they tend to be more lightweight than other oncoming products. So that's another reason why. Whether or not you need this extra step is entirely up to you and your skin. Exfoliation for me is always going to come straight after cleansing before any other application. I tend to use acid toners for exfoliation, but if I'm using like a peeling gel as well, it will always be this step. I recommend, for the sake of simplicity, if you are going to use an exfoliating treatment, then you can skip the first treatment essence and just go straight to hydrating toner because your skin already is very well prepared for oncoming products. This is something I do about twice a week. Wash-off masks is a luxury I partake in about once a week, especially because they tend to be quite strong and powerful. A lot of them are clay-based and they're really great at drawing out impurities and clarifying your skin. This step for me also usually comes right after cleansing, but if it's in the winter, my skin is sort of feeling kind of dry after cleansing, then I will use a toner before I apply my masks. Sheet masks and rubber masks are great to use whenever you can, whenever you have time. I tend to use them after first treatment essence or hydrating toner. Usually they are full of essence, serum or ampoule that you're allowing to just absorb into your skin for, a good amount of time. Depending on the mask, sometimes after removing it, my skin is so plumped with hydration and even so moisturized that I actually don't even need to do any of my other skincare steps. Sheet masking, rubber masking should really take care of some of your hydration and serum and ampoule steps. You can just go straight to oil, moisturizer, or like me, sometimes just nothing. Okay, let's not make our routines a chore. Instead, let's make it a ritual of self-indulgence and care, no matter how few or many steps you have. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye.